the 23rd of March, the first day of Ramadan, right? Great. Theme. So let's start with obligation, and then I'm gonna take you through necessity, and if you want deduction, it's not gonna take so much time. But a warning. Today's lesson, obligation, is the biggest type of model that we need to learn. It has so many models and semi-modals. That's why in order to save time, I'll just explain. You guys need to make examples on spot. All right? Whenever, as soon as I explain, you should start making up examples. Alaikum assalam. You ready? So, let's start with obligation then. Obligation can be translated like majburiyat. But it's normally, obligation is normally used to give advice. You know what it means? Advice? So it's used to give advice. Do you understand that? Alright. But there are two types of advice. Strong advice and I don't know, not so strong, just listen advice. Let's say weak advice. So what does it mean? Strong advice is the advice you must follow, otherwise the result will be bad. For example, let's imagine you are ill, you must go to a doctor. That's a strong advice. But advice is just, someone's opinion that you should do something. For example, you should wear like something in black. So that would mean maybe black would look better on you. So it's just an advice. Like, I don't care like whether he wears blue, black, yellow, red, pink, doesn't matter. It's just an advice. Black would look good. Do you understand that? Now, let's start our topic with strong advice. Or sometimes it can also be used for regulations and laws. That means rules. Do you understand that? Rule. Strong advice is an advice which you must do as otherwise there will be a bad result, or there may be, let's say. So let's just give a really strong advice to whom? To Nur Muhammad. You must confess your feelings to her, Nur Muhammad. Confess means like to tell, to admit the something that you have been hiding. You know what I mean? It's like Nur Muhammad, sen unga hissiyotlaringni tan olishing kerak. That's a strong advice. Why? Otherwise siqilib qolasan. Do you understand that? Otherwise there will be a bad result, a bad consequence. Don't hide, just tell. And she will say, go to hell. Alright. Or a strong advice for, what's your name? Shahoda. Shahoda. You must not wear, okay, let's say one mask over or more than 2 hours. maskani 2 soatdan oshiq topilmaydi. That's a strong advice. Otherwise, the point is all the germs will be just gathered here, and you will be just breathing out of microbe. That's why you need to renew it every 2 hours. You understand that? Great. Now, as you can see, sorry, you must not. Sorry, it was not, right? As you can see, if I put not, it's going to be a negative sentence. Do you understand that? So which means if I want to make a question sentence, what will it be? What will I use first? If I want to, must she do homework? That's a good question. Okay, let's make it more clear. Must Husnida do homework? Husnida vazifa qilish shartmi? Yes, she must. Or no, it would be she doesn't have to, but okay, you don't know it for now. For now, it's just let's say so. Why? Because the question must, like positive, in positive it would be translated like kerak shart, and the question must would be translated something like shartmi. Now, but the negative shart, negative must will be something like qilmasligi shart. So this is the meaning. Now let's listen. Husnida vazifasini bajarishi shartmi degan savolga ha bajarishi shart yoki yo'q bajarmasligi shart deyiladi. Bajarmasligi shart deyiladimi? Bajarmasligi shart deyiladimi? Bajarish shart emas deyiladi. Demak bizda shart emas degani doesn't have to. Tushunasizlarmi? O'shanga beydalik ozgina modal o'zgarish sodir bo'ldi, chunki ma'nosi bir-biriga to'g'ri kelmaydi. Misol uchun har qanaqa holatda ham, misol uchun men uyga bugun ertaroq borishim shartmi desam, kelmasliging shart deyishadimi uydagilar? Yo'q, misol uchun agar javob yo'q bo'lsa, shart emas deyishadi, to'g'rimi? O'shanga shart emas degan doesn't have to. You understand that? So it's a little bit tricky. O'shanga masin deb javob bermadim, mabodo tushunmay qolganlar bo'lsa, hali. Okay. Now, semi-modals include have to be to, be obliged to. Now, they are also synonyms to must, but their meaning and usage is a little bit different anyways. Have to is actually a synonym for or to must. However, it is mostly used for regulations. This one must is mostly used for rules. For example, you have to wear a uniform at school. It's a rule. Do you know that? So, have to is not just used for advice. It's mostly used for regulations. It can also be used for advice if it's too bad, because have to sounds stronger in meaning. For example, you have to go to a doctor. That means you are going to die. Just go, like right away. Do you understand that? Huh? When I say you have to do something, that's so much important. Huh? But if I say you must, that's also important, but not, like as much as have to. Do you understand that? Hmm? So have to is a little stronger in meaning. All right. Now, but the question and negative meanings of have to are rather different. But if you want to use have to in question and negative sentences, the meaning is totally different. For example, do I have to explain this again? So translation will be something like bunu yana bir bor tushuntirishim shartmi? Qaysi ma'noda gapirdim deydigan bo'lsak, endi birinchi gapga qarayman. San doktorga borishing shart. Endi vazifani bajarishim shartmi? Do you think they are similar? No. In the first one, it's like so much important. In this one, maybe it's important, maybe it's not important. Do you understand that? Or, in negative sentence, you don't have to copy the rules because I'll send them on Telegram. Okay. Hop, ya'ni qoidalarni ko'chirib olishingiz shart emas. Chunki men ularni Telegramda jo'nataman. So it means now qara maktabda forma kiyish shart. Let's say for one sentence, right? You have to wear a uniform. Endi qoidalarni ko'chirishingiz shart emas. Are they equal in terms of strength? In terms of meaning, are they the same? No. Shart emas means xohlasan qil, xohlamasan qilma. Shart means like you must do it, you have to do it. Do you understand that? So in positive sentence, it's strong. It's used for really strong advice or rules. You have to wear a uniform. It's not like if you want to. You have to. You have to go to a doctor. It's not like if you can. That's like you have to. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like borolsan yo borgin kelsa bor demidi. But if you think about this one, ko'chirish shart emas. If you want, just copy. If you don't want, don't copy. Do you understand that? So the meaning will be a little bit different. Understood? Now, a little bit history lesson. Have in the past was normally used as have got. We know have and have got, right? In English, in our I don't know, like historical English, not so much historical, kind of 20th century, the end of 20th century, until the beginning of this century, 21st century, English people used to say have got. They never said have. They used to say have got, have got, have got all the time, which means have to in the past was used as have got to. Do you understand that? It used to be have got to, not have to, have got to. Huh? Now, this form is only used on certain occasions when emphasis is important. Tushunmaganlar uchun bu gap tarjima qilib beraman. Lekin hozirgi bu ko'rinishi, have got to ko'rinish, have got to ko'rinishi faqat urg'u berish, ya'ni kerakliligiga juda urg'u berish zarur bo'lganda ishlatiladi. Boshqa payt ishlatilmaydi. We don't say have got to, we say have to. But if I say have got to, that means that's too much important. You have got to understand me. Do you understand that? But there is a shorter form of it which is widely used in spoken English. But now we don't say have got to, as I said. Normally we don't say have got to, we just say have to. But instead of have got to, we have a shorter version. But it's used in informal language, in spoken English. When I'm speaking to the Lafrouz, you gotta listen to me. So, so as if just pay attention to how I'm pronouncing the word, because it's normally used in spoken English. It's not pronounced in a general English way, or a received pronunciation, as we say. You gotta, we gotta go, you gotta do, we gotta hurry, gotta. Do you hear? Can you say, please? Could you say gotta? Gotta. Say gotta. It's just an exercise. Just say gotta. 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 Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. There is no at all. Got it. Whatever. Okay. I can make some examples and read so you can pay attention and like understand a little bit the spoken language. Look, I'm reading. Just pay attention to how I'm pronouncing the word. Okay? You gotta listen to me. I gotta go now. She gotta listen to me when I'm teaching. Do you understand that? Yes. If you pay attention, this thing has underlined with red. Do you understand what it means? If you have ever used the word and you know what it means? That red line. Do you see? This red. Do you see? The line under the word which is red. Do you see? That means it's incorrect. Which means grammatically it is incorrect. There is no such a word in real English grammar. But in spoken and while texting, we use it so often. People don't say have to, people say gotta. Do you understand that? So what I'm saying to you right now, why am I teaching this? Because if you hear something gotta, you should understand have to. Why? Gotta means have got to, and have got to means have to. Do you understand that? Huh? Clear? All right. Now, enough with the saying. Now have to can also be used in any tense, unlike must. Now this is a little bit tricky thing. You need to know some auxiliaries of each tense. First of all, have to can be used in any tense, so any tense. While must is only used for present or future. Actually, it's used mostly for present in the meaning of present or future. Do you understand what I'm saying? Which means we use must only in present simple. I can use must only in present simple. Normally. But have to, I can use it in present simple, past simple, future simple, present perfect, past perfect, and some continuous tenses. Do you understand that? Now, if you pay attention, for example, I have to, I'm saying, right? Go home earlier tonight. Let's make this, right? I have to go home earlier tonight, and it's in present simple because it's verb 1, right? Verb 1. And what about in past simple? Which form of verb do we use? Which form of verb do we use? Second form. Which means second form of have is had. I had to. Do you understand that? Go home earlier tonight. Now it's in past simple. Why? Because we are using second form of the word. Okay? Now, if I make question form of I have to, it will become do you have to go home earlier tonight. But if I make it negative, it will become I don't have to go home earlier tonight. Okay, but as you can see, we are knowing it's present simple because of do or don't. Looking at them, we can say it's present simple, right? Do we know that auxiliary in present simple is do does? Do we know? In present simple, instead of our auxiliary is do does. Do you know that? In present simple, we need to make questions with do or does. Negative sentence with don't or doesn't. Do you know that? Yes? Now in past simple, what about past simple? What is the second form of do? Did. So which means if I want to make a question sentence of had to, I need to start with my sentence with did. You have to go home earlier. No, not tonight. No, it will be that night. Sorry. Because tonight means today at night. Let's make it that night. And if I make negative, I will make I Why astaghfirullah? In present simple, it's I don't have to. In past simple, it is I didn't have to. Go home earlier tonight. You should just understand that if you want to use some semi-modal in other tenses, you should just know the auxiliary of tenses. You should be good at tenses. Nima dedim deydigan bo'lsak, agar semi-modalni, ya'ni yarim modalni, chunki yarim modalni hamma zamonda ishlatiladi dedim. Hamma zamonda ishlatmoqchi bo'lsang, sen shunchaki o'sha zamonni auxiliarisini bilishing kerak. Future'da auxiliary nima? Will. Past simple'dachi? Did. Mana did bilan ayashdimi? Did oldinga chiqdimi? Hop. Present perfect'dachi? Do you understand that? So you just need to know its auxiliary. Let's see an example. Now, Umar Khan, I'm making an example in present perfect. It should be have or has? Has, had to. Why had to? Because after has, I need to use third form of the word, right? And the third form of have is had. Have, had. You know that? Speak in front of public. Okay, tarjima qilib ber, Umarxon. Tarjima qilib ber. Gapirishiga to'g'ri keldi yoki gapirish kerak edi. Okay? Now if I want to make this question, it will become easier. So, how can I make this question? Has Umar Khan had to speak in front of public? Thank you. As I said, our auxiliary is have has. Now, negative. Umar Khan hasn't had to speak in front of public. Now it's negative because we are saying hasn't, right? Alright. Now, if you could understand this, which means it is okay. Now it's time for like other tenses. I'll just make up sentences. You'll see which tense it is and blah blah. Alright? So, which tense? Future what? This is for first form of the word, which means simple. Okay? Now, okay, I want, let's make it negative, right? I want have had to learn Korean. Now, which tense is it? Future and verb 3, which means perfect. What about had she had to sing a song? Which tense is it? This is had, not have. This is the had. This is the past form of have, which means it's past perfect. Ana zamonni yaxshi o'qimaganlar, o'sha hamma gapirgan gapimga og'zini ochib o'tiribdi. Okay. Let's remember the structure of past perfect for me, please. Can you tell me? Past perfect subject plus had plus verb 3 or ed plus complement modifier. This is our structure for past perfect, right? Now, past perfect. And here, past perfect. So this is a short form of the word. Hi, wa alaikum assalam. Looking at had, which is in the past, and short form of the word, verb, which means I'm saying it's past perfect. Do you understand that? So we find out. I can say this is like negative because auxiliary of future perfect continuous is in negative form. And I can say this is question because had is coming before subject. Huh? So which means I can use have to in other tenses too. Do you understand that? Huh? But there is a bit trick. Let's say have to is translated something like kerak or shall, right? But had to can be translated in two ways. Kerak idi, şart idi, or even majbur buldu. It's not about a grammatical rule, it's just about appropriateness into Uzbek language. For example, u qo'shiq, like u qo'shiq kuylashiga to'g'ri keldi desa, menimcha yaxshiroq chiqsa o'zbek tilida tarjima. Had she had to sing a song, u qo'shiq aytishi kerakmidi? Kerak bo'lgan edimi? Now listen to Uzbek. Kerak bo'lgan edimi? Now listen to that version. U qo'shiq aytishiga to'g'ri kelgan edi. So which one is more appropriate? Do you understand that? Okay. Or let's translate this one. Umar Khan nimani? Jamoat oldida gapirishga to'g'ri kelmadi. Xo'p, endi Umarxon jamoat oldida gapirishga to'g'ri keldimi? Umarxon jamoat oldida gapirishga to'g'ri keldi. So this one is more appropriate to translate. Do you understand that? Rather than kerak edi or kerak bo'lgan edi. Clear? Now, let's talk about other synonyms. To be, to be, obliged to. Now this is going to be awesome. The most important thing here is to be. Okay? Let's make it in some kind of table. Sorry. So, I just need to change to be part, and then use to plus verb 1. And here I need to change to be, then plus obliged to, then verb 1. For example, I in present simple, is it I am, I is, I are? I am. I'm using to be. Do you understand that? I am. I'm using to be. To wait. That means kutishim kerak. Or I am obliged to wait. They mean the same thing. Do you understand that? Kutishim kerak. Or if I talk about past simple, she, is it was or were? Was to dismiss the class. U darsga javob berishiga to'g'ri keldi. Now she was obliged to dismiss the class. Do you understand that? Nearly. Okay. Or I will. Now I should use verb 1 after will. What is the first form of to be? What is the first form of to be? Be. I will be. To live with my uncle. Tog'am bilan yashashimga to'g'ri keladi. For example, when I go to London. Do you understand that? When I go to London, I'll be to live with my uncle. Or I will be obliged to live with my uncle when I go to London. Do you understand that? Great. Now, he has. Now I should use third form of to be. What is the third form of to be? Been. To escape. Qochish kerak edi. He has been obliged to escape. Do you understand that? Or they will have. I should use third form of to be. Been. To draw a picture, or like a, I don't know, draw an elephant. Now they will have been obliged to draw an elephant. Obliged, whatever. Did you understand? All right. Now, finally, this is about must. Like, this is all about must and its synonyms. Now we are going to talk about just advice, not strong advice, advice. For advice, we use should. Should plus verb 1. It's also used for present or future. It's just an advice. Sarwarbek should buy a new head. Is this an advice? Because I think yours is too much busy with unnecessary things. That's just my advice, okay? Or should we plan tomorrow's event? Now let's translate it. Should we plan tomorrow's event? Ertangi event, what do we say? Voqea. Tadbir. Let's say tadbirni rejalashtirishimiz kerakmi? Do you understand that? Now, he shouldn't disturb me. What does it say? U menga. Do you know disturb? Bezovta qilmoq. Xalaqit bermasligi kerak. U meni bezovta qilmasligi kerak. Do you understand that? That's how we use should, shouldn't, and others. Alright? Let's just, I don't know, like put it in the next page. All right. Now these are synonyms. This is like how we use should. Now let's talk about synonyms of should. Semi-modals or some modals, whatever. Synonyms to should. There are some words that can be synonymous to should. Had better, ought to, and to be supposed to. They can also be translated like kerak. Okay? But they have a little bit difference in the meaning, but they're similar. You don't have to know them now, the difference. Alright? For example, what is your name? Like Shahodat again, or no? Let's talk about Hassan Boy. Hassan Boy had better buy something for what? What's her name? What's her name? Come on, what is her name? Okay, kidding. Demak, Hasan Boy had better buy something for Zuhra. Hasan Boy Zuhraga bir narsa sotib olish kerak. Now, the little slight difference of had better is like he had better, otherwise it will be bad for him. Mr. Zuhra. Yep. And if I make it question, it will be had Hasan Boy better buy, yes, buy something for Zuhra. Yes. Shh. Or in negative, it will be Hasan Boy, walaikum assalam, hadn't better, or had better not buy something for Zuhra. So, Hasan Boy Zuhraga bir narsa olish kerakmi? If I want to ask question, I will take had to the beginning of the sentence. Alright? Had. But if I want to make it negative, I can say hadn't. Alright? I can say hadn't. But if I don't use shortened form, if I don't use it, I should use that last. Not had not better. It's had better not. Okay? Not cannot be used here. Do you understand what I'm saying? We should say hadn't better or had better not. Okay, now ought to. Rushana is I'm really sorry. Ought to ask permission before putting her phone in charge. Demak, Rushana telefonni zaryadga qo'yishdan oldin nima qilish kerak? Ruxsat so'rash kerak. Now, ruxsat so'rash kerakmi? If you want to ask, it will be ought Rushana to ask permission before putting her phone to charge, let's say. Let's use different this time. And if I make it negative, it will be Rushana oughtn't to or ought not to. It doesn't matter, it's used here, okay? Ought not to ask permission before putting Or phone to charge. Putting our phone in charge, putting our phone to charge. Doesn't matter. Do you understand that? Hmm? Now, it's time to talk about the last one, to be supposed to. Huh? To be supposed to can be used. Alaikum assalam. Mehmonlarni yaxshi ko'raman. Havasi. Any times. Ey Xudo, o'zingga shukr. Alright. Now everyone's attention please. Okay? To be supposed to can be used in any tense. I should just change what? I should change what? To be. Here we have seen. Hello guys. To be to and to be obliged to. What did we change? Am, that's to be. Was, that's to be. Will be, to be. Has been, to be. Will have been, to be. Which means I just need to change to be. Do you understand that? Now, easy peasy task. Like, you should just, make up sentences. Using to be supposed to. The only rule is instead of obliged to, you need to write supposed. That's all. Nothing changes. Alright? Clear? Now let's make up sentences. Birinchisini shundoq supposed qo'yib aytib bera oladigan odam bormi? I'm supposed to wait. Thank you. The next one. The class. Okay, now the next one. I'll be supposed to live with my uncle when I go to London. Another person. He has been supposed to escape. Now they will have been supposed to draw an elephant. You understand that? It's easy. Okay? It's the same thing with to be and to be obliged to be supposed to. You just need to change to be. Alright? Understood? Now, good news, bad news. Good news is like we finished our biggest type of model. Bad news, as it's the biggest type of model, you need to make up 50 sentences. 50. 49, 50. Okay? For all the rules, for all tenses, for all examples. Alright? Wait on. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions?